And if you have any questions, just give me a shout. And my phone number is not a secret. And if you have any questions and can't find my phone number, so give Rock a call or an email or something. He's permitted to pass it along. What this subject is today is oil analysis. And I have not used it too frequently. It is a good system, and particularly good if you're buying an airplane. And I've run into one, and that's what I want to go in for today. Here is the phone number for that Oil Analysis Phoenix company. And I'm sure there's others. I'm not associated with them or anything, but this is the one that I made you copies of. I blanked off the N numbers and so on, so you can contact them, and they'll certainly be giving you information over the phone what to do and how to get involved in it. It's a good tool, and I like to see it used at the beginning of the annual inspection. The most important part is it's an oil sample that you will be taking from the engine. Take it while the oil is flowing when you're draining it midways. After at least a quart or two have drained from the engine, then put that little jar under there, catch the flow, close the jar, and put it in the mailbox that they'll issue for you, and then send it back to them for analysis. Now I'd like to go to my little paper here, what I have. Visual oil analysis that you do is, first of all, if you see dirty oil, definitely check the filter. See if there's any metal in that. Take the filter apart. Do not cut the filter with a hacksaw or something. Use the proper tool so you don't get any additional metal shavings from the filter housing into the filter element, and then think this is part of the engine. The other thing is if the oil looks kind of greenish, and I'll come to it in a little while, that usually is an indication that it hasn't been changed in the last 2 or 3 years. It's been sitting, and if it's clean, the airplane hasn't flown much. The green color is what some oils develop with the humidity. They accumulate moisture, and it comes out like that, and it will certainly cause rusty cylinders. So be aware of that. When you see greenish oil or so, you might want to check a little further on it. And yeah, that's about it. Now I'll go into what I've actually came across, and this is a typical thing. Yeah. If you do an oil analysis, they will give you a written report coming back, and it'll tell you there's so much lead in the oil, there's so much copper in it, so much whatever, steel or what, and so on. And they will also give you specs saying this is okay, this is normal, or this is something to monitor and be careful, and might want to do a second oil analysis in X number of hours and send it in and evaluate from there. Here is a real life story. The gentleman, and again, no name, no nothing, but he is a captain on a 747, knows more about airplanes than me, and he also was advised by 2 friends that this particular airplane, that was the top of the line, this was exactly what he should have, and he bought it. They brought the airplane in, and they taxied by my hangar, and they said, what's this funny green stain here? You know, some kind of hydraulic fluid or something? And I told them right off what I just told you. It's green oil. That airplane hasn't flown in a long time, and it's water. And so they drained the oil, did an oil analysis. The oil analysis came back. Besides that green oil and the high water content, there was also sand in it. So now we start looking a little further. The previous owner apparently had some a cottage or something up at in the mountain areas, high altitude. I don't know if he had his own strip there or something. I just go by what I was told. And turned out he wanted a little bit more manifold pressure to get off the ground from a short strip at high altitude. So what he did, he removed the air filter from the carburetor. And he also, I think it was fuel injected even, he had a door, a spring-loaded door, which injected engines have for alternate air, and he had riveted that shut. So it wouldn't bleed any warm air in it or anything. It was getting really top manifold pressure, what was to be had without a turbocharger for handling this particular kind of flying. And it required quite a bit of rework to get that air box to fit, accept a normal air filter that was specified for that particular airplane and so on. And the owner probably didn't like me too much no more after, you know, we spent a few hours, you know, it takes a little bit more than an hour to unrivet the air filter box that's between the engine and the firewall in this particular type and so on, and get a proper filter for it, and some runs to Al Cajon aircraft supply and whatever else. I can't do it for nothing. My car burns gas. And so I haven't seen the airplane since. But this is just what I wanted to tell you. If you look at an airplane, you find some green oil, do an oil analysis in any event, and if it comes back there's a lot of silicone in it, which is sand, so you might want to have a mechanic to check it out a little further and not by go, Joe said this is a good airplane, you know, this is really the thing that you need, you know, and it turned out this was the thing he wanted, but it cost him a lot of money to get it to what he wanted. And with that, that's all I got to say for tonight, and hope I didn't bore you. And if you have a question, give me a call. Have a good evening.
Well, thank you again, Meinolf. And yes, I was very fanatical when I had my time.